Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm here today with decorated amateur boxer, winner of the 2019 Haringey Box Cup, 2021 Box Championship, and the 2023 London Championship. Gabriel Passelle, pleasure to have you on, my friend. Good to see you.
That was so good as well.
I'm actually keeping that.
Let's do it. In slow motion, zoom in.
We just slow motion handshake you.
It's what it is, man.
Look, I want to learn a bit about your time in boxing and what you've been up to over the last few years. So can you walk me through a bit about how long you've been boxing for and what your record's like to date?
So I've been boxing, I've been competing for 8 years now. Had my first fight when I was 16, 24 now. I've had 35 contests, I've won 25. I lost about 10. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey for me. Boxing, it's taken up what feels like so much of my life in a way, but also it's just been the funnest experience of my life as well. I can't lie, man. The friends I've made, but also some of the hardest experiences. But I've got, God willing, another 10 years of boxing.
So who's your favorite fighter right now? And when you were coming up in the ranks, was there a fighter you used to see on TV or in the gym that you really used to look up to?
So my favorite fighter, I gotta say, obviously, have to say, favorite fighter of all time, obviously Ali. You know, it's cliche, but you know, I can't not say Ali.
Yeah, we love the pretty boy light skin boxer.
Yeah. Ali, Muhammad Ali is he's my favorite all time. Sugar Ray Leonard, again, one of my absolute favorite boxers ever. And currently, right now, I would say my favorite boxer that's active today would be Terence Crawford. Okay. Terence Crawford is just, he's certified.
Are we taking Errol Spence out of the mix?
Errol Spence, you know what? Errol Spence, like, I've been watching Errol Spence since I was young, coming up through the ranks. Remember when he destroyed another great fighter, Chris Algieri. Yeah. But yeah, Errol Spence is wicked, man. But I don't know what T-Bar did.
How are we feeling on the lighter weight as well about Javante?
Javante Davis.
Yeah.
Just crazy. Yeah, crazy. I look up to him as well. I look up to all of those guys.
When you look back to where it all began, what is it that initially pulled you towards boxing, and what is it that ended up keeping you there?
I actually first started boxing before I was 16. When I was young, my dad brought me to the boxing gym and forced me to compete because I got in a bit of trouble. Yeah, it was just funny. It was nothing serious, man. I was not one of those kids that was ever gonna be in any serious trouble, I don't think. But I got in a little bit of trouble, and my dad, being my dad, he was not having it, you know. And that was, I think I spoke to you about this. I remember him saying, disgraceful, all this stuff, you know. He proper went in on me. And he said, I remember my mum saying, "Oh no, leave him alone." And my dad, he said to me, "Nah, you are gonna go to the boxing gym and you are gonna have 5 fights. Like, I don't care if I have to drag you to the ring. You're gonna fight 5 times to teach you, you know, the discipline and what, you know." And you know what? At first, I hated it, man. At first, I remember some of the early days after school. He would, you know, he'd wait for me. I had to be home at a certain time to go to the gym because I knew he was going to force me to go to the gym, and I couldn't be late. I had to run home, man. I had to run home.
No time to fight.
I had to run home, and then we'd go on the drive to the boxing gym. I was scared, man, because I knew that some of those boys used to whoop my ass. You know, some of those guys used to whoop me. So yeah, go to the gym, and he used to force me in sparring and all that stuff. But after a while, I found strength in boxing, man. That was it. That was the biggest thing, man. I found strength in boxing. That stayed with me. And I used to feel so bad at school, man. I used to feel so terrible at school. I really struggled with the way I felt about myself and certain things that happened when I was at school. Just like a lot of people, and boxing gave me a reason to feel something else than what I was feeling every day. And that is why I kept boxing and that's why I'm still boxing now to this day. all these years later, it's because it has given me something else to feel, given me the opportunity to feel something positive and feel something good that I simply was not feeling at that point in my life. And, you know, even throughout, I find it hard, and it's got me away from those situations that are making me feel that, and it's given me an opportunity to be something more, to feel like something more. Yeah. So even through the losses, sometimes, man, it's loss after loss, it feels like with boxing. There's times where I literally look and I say like, I don't even know how to box. I've had all these fights, you know, I've won a few championships as well, but I actually don't know how to box. I don't know what I'm doing in here. But you know what? Still, I'll never give up. I'll never quit, because boxing has given me something that I don't think I ever would have had the privilege to feel otherwise.
Has anything ever come close to the way boxing makes you feel?
Nah,
no,
never. Nothing has. Nothing in my life has given me the opportunity to feel. To feel what boxing has given me the opportunity to feel like a winner, to feel like a champion, feel like I could be something more in my life. Yeah. You know, you know, nothing. You know what I mean?
So when you reflect on your first fight, walk me through how it felt and what you learned about the difference between training in the gym and fight day. You're in the ring. Your first fight though, because that's a unique feeling.
My first fight, I was 16. So this is still the first 5 fights, you know, when my dad was like, "You have to fight 5 times." You know, I didn't want to fight when I first started boxing. I didn't want to fight. I didn't even want to go to the gym, man. I was trying to mess around with my friends after school, and you know. But it got to the point, obviously, when I realized the reality. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna do this scary thing. That I wanted to do well. I wanted to do good in something, and I started to, even in just the gym, from trying to do something and being consistent. I started to do well in something for the first time. I felt like in my life, I started to get respect from people at the boxing gym, a positive feedback, something I didn't feel like I was getting at school, you know, from my friends, from anybody. And this is the first time I started to feel something positive about something I was doing. So walking to the ring for the first time, I was so nervous, man, because I wanted to do well. I wanted to do really well, and I was nervous and I was afraid. And I'd never really had any, I wasn't a big, strong guy like that, you know what I mean? I was a small, skinny kid, man. At 16, I was like 50 kilos, you know, my first fight. So I was terrified, and I fought hard, and I won my first fight. It was basically the windmills. I was swinging, I was like, come on, swinging, bro. I won it, but I don't remember anything of that fight. Yeah. I don't remember a single round, anything that happened. I was so nervous. Wow. But yeah, I got the win. Wow. And I remember it was the best feeling ever. It was the best feeling, one of the best, happiest moments of my life.